Hi, this is Kim Reads Urantia, and I'm here to read to you from the Urantia book. First, though, a few words from Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. Okay, so today is July 21st. This is from the Anglican collection of prayers. I don't know. It says Anglican Collect. So this is a prayer for the animals. Hear our humble prayer, O God, for our friends the animals. We entreat for them all your mercy and pity, and for those who deal with them we ask a heart of compassion, gentle hands, and kindly words. Make us ourselves to be true friends to animals, and so to share the blessing of the merciful. For the sake of your Son, the tender-hearted Jesus Christ, our Lord. Yes, absolutely. Um, and yep. So they don't exist just to feed us or to they have their own lives, and they bring something special to our world, and that's worth nurturing. Think of a what would a world be like if it was devoid of all these creatures? I mean, it would, for one thing, it would be unlivable. But you know, the more diversity of life there is, life is richer, and there are relatives. You know, even if they don't have thought adjusters or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Um, we practice our compassion on all of us. You know, even I don't know, mosquitoes. No, I don't like mosquitoes. I don't like them. You know what? And we had what, bed bugs or something. We had to have an inspection for bed bugs. Well, we didn't. It turned out we didn't have bed bugs, but I don't know. But my son got bit by something. I don't know. But okay, those insects. It could turn out, I think, that those insects will be important for our survival, because that's a source of protein, of nutrition that's abundant. When we're not going to be able to support ourselves by eating beef and even chicken, the meat that we're used to eating, and and preserving the wilderness is important, not just for the animals, but for us too. There's something important about that. There's a spiritual um, presence in the pristine wilderness that we don't get here in the suburbs. But anyway, okay, I'm going to move on here from that. So God bless the animals and keep them. For those who work with them, be gentle with them. Okay, so today we're on paper 12, section 6, universal over control. Okay, and we've been talking about space and time, and what is the fabric of space and time. And here we'll see that even though we're not really sure, we can rest assured that there is it is managed. It's okay. It's taken care of. All right, let's see. Universal over control. The universe is non-static. Stability is not the result of inertia, but rather the product of balanced energies, cooperative minds, coordinated moranchas, spirit over control, and personality unification. Stability is wholly and always proportional to divinity. So stability, the more stable something is, or the more divine something is, the more stable it is. And that doesn't mean I don't think there's no movement within it. It's just we move in cycles, and the cycle itself is stable. The universe, though, is non-static. It's always, well, it's growing, isn't it? Yeah. In the physical control of the master universe, the Universal Father exercises priority and primacy through the Isle of Paradise. God is absolute in the spiritual administration of the cosmos in the person of the Eternal Son. Concerning the domains of mind, the Father and the Son function coordinately in the conjoint actor. Okay. God is absolute in the spiritual administration of the cosmos through the Eternal Son. Oh, Margie, don't do that. Oh, gosh. No. All right. She's okay. She's just got a hairball. Oh, Yeah. I have to be kind to her and gentle with her. She just puked on my shoes. But I love her. I'm going to worry about that later. My poor kitty cat. She gets upset stomach. She's not young anymore. She's 11. Yeah. Well, she puked on my shoes. I'll worry about that later. Okay, we got focused here on this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In the domains of the mind, the Father and the Son function coordinately in the conjoint actor. Okay. The third source and center assists in the maintenance of the equilibrium and coordination of the combined physical and spiritual energies and organizations by the absoluteness of his grasp of the cosmic mind and by the exercise of his inherent and universal physical and spiritual gravity complements. Okay, the third source and center assists in the maintenance. Okay. Right, of the physical and spiritual energies and organizations by the absoluteness of his grasp of the cosmic mind. Okay, so somehow the mind of the spirit controls spirit gravity and physical, universal physical and spiritual gravity complements. Wow. Okay. So I'm seeing the third source and center, the spirit here has entertaining as within the realm of the spirit, which is the realm of the mind, right? I don't know, it's so weird. They call it the Holy Spirit, but the spirit is the domain of the Son, and the mind is the domain of the spirit. Well, there's got to be some reflectivity, some interchange there. I don't know. All right, I'm just going to keep going. Whenever and wherever there occurs a liaison between the material and the spiritual, such a mind phenomenon is an act of the infinite spirit. Okay. Liaison between the material and the spiritual, the infinite spirit is involved in that. Mind alone can interassociate the physical forces and energies of the material level with the spiritual powers and beings of the spirit level. Yeah, so mind is an intermediary between, yep, I felt like that, in between the physical and the higher level, the spiritual. Okay, so it's our minds that interact between those. Okay, and it depends on how we want to use our minds. You know, some people again then use their minds just with physical preoccupation with physical material being and things, and want to advance only in the physical domain. Okay, then your mind becomes more material and will not graduate into the spiritual level here. But yeah, okay. In all your contemplation of universal phenomena, make certain that you take into consideration the interrelation of physical, intellectual, and spiritual energies. Okay? And that due allowance is made for the unexpected phenomena attendant upon their unification by personality, and for the unpredictable phenomena resulting from the actions and reactions of the experiential deity and the absolutes. The universe is highly predictable only in the quantitative or gravity measurement sense. Even the primal physical forces are not responsive to linear gravity, nor are the higher mind meanings and true spirit values of ultimate universe realities. Qualitatively, the universe is not highly predictable as regards new associations of forces, either physical, mindal, or spiritual, though many such combinations of energies or forces become partially predictable when subjected to critical observation. When matter, mind, and spirit are unified by creature personality, we are unable fully to predict the decisions of such a free will being. Okay. What's always been interesting to me is how they use this word mindal, M-I-N-D-A-L. Why not the word mental? Mental means mind, unless that has some negative connotations or something. I don't know, I'm thinking of mental retardation or something like that. Mental, or what's, are you mental or something like that? People used to say that like as a slam, but maybe back in the 20s that had that kind of negative connotation. I don't know. Okay, but I don't know. I'm going to unpack this a little bit here, these last two paragraphs. Okay. So you have to integrate into consideration the interrelation of physical, intellectual, and spiritual energies. Okay, so these are different energies that flow into us and are unified by our personality. And we have personality because we have free will. We are able to make a choice based on something other than just instinct. Just, right? I can make a choice. Right. So that allowance is made for the unexpected phenomena of the unification of energies through personality. So this phenomena is unpredictable. When we bring these three things, these physical, intellectual, and spiritual energies together within a personality, within the context of personality, it's hard to predict what these personalities are going to do. And even these angels and all these fabulous beings out here, they can't predict what we're going to do. We're kind of like mysterious to them because we have the free will. Okay, I think that's what I'm getting from this. Okay. The universe is predictable only in the quantitative or gravity measurement sense. Okay, it's not predictable because we make these choices, these free will choices. So in a quantitative sense, it's predictable, but qualitatively, it's not predictable. Okay? Okay, I think we can move on. It's only partially predictable. Okay, all phases of primordial force, nascent spirit, and other non-personal ultimates appear to react in accordance with certain relatively stable but unknown laws and are characterized by a latitude of performance and an elasticity of response, which are often disconcerting when encountered in the phenomena of a circumscribed and isolated situation. What is the explanation of this unpredictable freedom of reaction disclosed by these emerging universe actualities? These unknown, unfathomable, unpredictables, whether pertaining to the behavior of a primordial unit of force, the reaction of an unidentified level of mind, or the phenomenon of a vast pre-universe in the making in the domains of outer space, probably disclose the activities of the ultimate and the presence performances of the absolutes, which antedate the function of all universe creators. Wow. Okay. React in accordance with certain relatively stable but unknown laws. Okay, so there are there are certain laws, stable but unknown laws. Okay, so all these forces, all phases of primordial force react to stable but unknown laws, and they have a latitude of performance how they react to these things. Okay. What is the explanation of this unpredictable freedom? Okay, so because we don't know, you put one person in front of a situation and they react totally differently. So, and that's kind of I think it's hard for these angels or these celestial beings to understand is how even two very spiritual human mortals can see something totally different in the same situation. Okay. Okay. And they think that the ultimate is involved in this. Okay, so the ultimate reality is like that in between, it's like the mind level of being. The mind level of being. Okay, probably pushes these reactions apart, like makes them different from each other. Okay? Okay, so it's the ultimate and the absolutes. Okay, and the absolutes is of course is the total reality of everything. All is one, everything is perfected in the absolute level. The ultimate level is where we fight with each other, where ideas compete with each other. So if you're reacting one way to a situation and somebody else is reacting another way to it, that sets up a little contest about which is the correct way. So when these things are ironed out, then we will arrive at the ultimate level where um, there's the right way to do everything. Okay, that's the ultimate level of being. Okay, the right way, the right ideas, the best ideas. Okay, here we go. And they say we do not really know. Well, how am I supposed to know then? But we surmise that such amazing versatility and profound coordination signify the presence and performance of the absolutes. Right. And that such diversity of response in the face of apparently uniform causation discloses the reaction of the absolutes, not only to the immediate and situational causation, but also to all other related causations throughout the entire master universe. Okay, so because these absolutes exist, there is a best reaction. Okay, but it might be on the level of, the best reaction for one person is different than the best reaction for the other person, because one person isn't able to achieve certain outcomes because of the limits of their understanding, whatever, and another person is able to achieve higher outcomes because of their development. So, you know, so it's okay, I think, that we react differently because we're on different levels of development. Okay? Right. Okay, so that's the absolutes. Right. Because you're responsible for something when you understand the consequences of that thing. Before you're able to understand it, you can't be responsible for that thing, for that outcome. Okay? All right. Okay, let's just keep going then. Okay. Individuals have their guardians of destiny, planets, systems, constellations, universes, and the super universes. Each have their respective rulers who labor for the good of their domains. Habona and even the grand universe are watched over by those entrusted with such high responsibilities. But who fosters and cares for the fundamental needs of the master universe as a whole, from paradise to the fourth and outermost space level? Existentially, such overcare is probably attributable to the Paradise Trinity. But from an experiential viewpoint, the appearance of the post-Habona universes is dependent on 1. The absolutes in potential, 2. The ultimate in direction, 3. The supreme in evolutionary coordination. Okay, and guys, I don't know what this means. Um, so Okay, so the three absolutes determine the potentials inherent in any specific creation, any universe. The ultimate determines what choices, what direction that entity is available to. Is it what choices are available to that individual person? A creation. 3, the supreme and evolutionary coordination. Right. So the supreme is a level where we everything is corresponding with each other. Okay, I gotta hurry up through this. 4, the architects of the master universe and administration prior to the appearance of specific rulers. There are architects working in the master universe. Leads all space. We are not altogether clear as to the status of the deity and universal absolutes, but we know the latter functions wherever the deity and unqualified absolutes function. The deity absolute may be universally present, but hardly space present. The ultimate is, or sometime will be, space present to the outer margins of the fourth space level. We doubt that the ultimate will ever have a space presence beyond the periphery of the master universe, but within this limit, the ultimate is progressively integrating the creative organization of the potentials of the three absolutes. Well, there you have it. The ultimate is coordinating stuff, integrating the creative integration of the potentials of the three absolutes. Wow. Okay, we're gonna let it go there, and I will leave it there. Okay. Bless you and keep you, and everything is okay. Thanks a bunch. Bye.